I was reading this thing. It was you had, since the day I met you, you were always like negatives, negatives, negatives. And this guy who is a weightlifter was like, "Hey man, you have to be fucking doing negatives. That's where all the strength buildup is. Like negatives, negative. You should be just lowering the bench as slow as fucking possible." And he was basically saying like, if you can bench 100 pounds, you should be able to lower 300 pounds. And
hey, look, you think the Iron Cross development looks like this? First thing you do is pull into a cross, then learn to hold it, then learn to lower.
no.
I mean, you could harbor that illusion. You could harbor that illusion for 60 seconds in my gym. The progression is and always will, has been, needs to be, looks like this. It's negatives slowly until you have the strength for static. Then it's long static. Then it's concentric. You will lower through the cross at the speed of light. Then at the point that it's not fast, you're impressed yourself and you're trying to impress your friends with it, and they're not, still pretty fast, dude. And then it's slower and slower, and then there's a point in the development where I stopped, and then you fell through, and after you stop for a thousandth of a second, you have nothing left to even resist, and you just kind of let go of the rings and fall, right? And you play with this, and then you've got it for 1 second, and then 2 seconds, and the L, everything's this way.
And then eventually you can pull down into
and 5. And then I'm going to tell you at the point that you can fairly fresh lower down into the cross and hold it for 7 seconds. We can talk about maybe lower for 1 and begin the journey up.
Wow.
But it is clearly eccentric, static, concentric, eccentric, static, concentric. Sorry. And so when a weightlifter says that, I was like, yeah, if he were wrong, there would be no gymnastics. Gymnastics is where you go in the weight room and all they have is dumbbells at half your body weight. That's all that's in there. So what are you going to say? Well, nothing could be done here? No, wrong. You do some weight lowering, then some slower weight lowering. Then you learn weight stopping. Then you learn weightlifting. That would be the reality. And so, maybe the same crew would make the argument you can't get strong with calisthenic, with body weight movements. That's a different debate.
Basically you're saying it's the Iron Cross is this way until you can hold it, and then eventually come down.
Yeah, or lower down and go back. Hold it for 4 seconds, smile, and pull out of it slowly without losing the smile. And then still have some shit left to do something else.
Yeah.
Those are all different levels of fitness.
67 miles an hour in a boat. Yeah, that's crazy.
Way too fast.
Drunk as a skunk. Yeah, I suspect that kid's going to jail.
Alabama's probably the wrong state to do that in.
Drunk and distracted.
Oh, chicks on the boat with the
tatas out.
Yeah.
We have 1 kilogram up to 50 kilos, 2 sets of each. Huge investment, but worth it. Huge chests we have. Good. Huge chests are fun.
Well, it's funny. I had more dumbbells than anybody in Santa Cruz, and we just lined the walls with them, right, by denomination. And there were a lot that never got used, and there's some that got used the fuck out of. And very little of it was bench press.
Snatching.
Yeah, and I used them like kettlebells. Swing the shit out of them. And Fran, dumbbell Fran.
A single arm
To
swing?
throw in a pickup truck and hide in the woods at the top of Rodeo Gulch. And I had enough mountain bikes so you could get waves of people that go up there and find their dumbbells that were hidden just off the road in the ferns, and we'd do thrusters and then come back down and finish with pull-ups. So nasty hill climb, shit ton of thrusters, maintain your control of the bike downhill to weight a monstrous load of pull-ups at the finish line. It was cool. That wasn't really barbelly abstract sense of it all, but I'm thinking back fondly of my dumbbell collection. I'm doing it again. Like I said, I'm like, it's how many 15-pound dumbbells do you need yet? If you can't figure that out, it's ridiculous. You can tell that kettlebell was a tool of necessity. Someone welded something to something, like a truck handle to a fucking cannonball or something. You know what I mean?
Mm.
At first.
So did kettlebells come before dumbbells, or was it vice versa? Dumbbells came first, and then people thought, "Oh,
I saw the kettlebell as an oddity of the Ukraine or something."
Oh, some Slavic shit.
Their advertising is sloppy.
And that's how you did them in your gym too? That's how you'd grip them?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I've seen other approaches. I've seen golf swing on the center. You know, the overlapping grip. But it's not a challenge. Neither is snatching the fucking thing.
Oh, this is a good one. Greg, besides good coaching, how do we right the ship in CrossFit gyms when it comes to the issue of members wanting to skip the process of building necessary strength before kipping?
Yeah, there's my one regret, letting that genie out of the bottle.
Hey, but
I don't know what to do about it. I mean, like, what do you do? Suppose we just score the pull-up as chin over the bar by an anyhow, right? So
Yeah.
butterfly, I don't give a fuck what, right?
Yeah.
Take me to a high bar and I'll set a world record getting my chin over the bar. I'll just do giants.
Right.
You tell me what the number is of pull-ups, and if you're going to count that as a pull-up, I'll give you 150 of those fucking things.
With never bending your arms.
Chin over the bar, 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 chin over the bar. You get sick of counting them. You could do that with sparklers in your toes.
Ooh, fun.
I saw a guy do that, Tim Shaw, 4th of July special.
I don't know what this is in reference to, but magical vagina sounds redundant. When I first met you, you talked to me about the negatives, and I took it to heart, and I hung rings. My dad had this outdoor staircase that went up to his upper deck. This is in 2006 or 7, and I hung rings underneath the stairs. And at some point during my workouts, I would always go out there and do 10 negatives, holding the false grip. And I did that for, I don't know, 6 months. And then the day that I could do a strict muscle up, I could do it so slow, and I could do like 5.
Huck up light dumbbells where there's zero shoulder irritation, and go slow at this. So start with some 10-pounders and get them overhead, and lower those through slowly, and just get the feel of that, and work that up. And there's a number that pretty much guarantees you'll be able to do a planche.
Lower them like this or like this?
Yeah, and go on your back too. Just whatever, just play with it.
So hold the dumbbells like this, and then just lower them to your
Get them
waist.
overhead, whether you're standing or on your back.
Yeah.
Okay, and lower down into that position and feel where that balance is. Where are you strong with 10 pounds on your back and standing? Where is that point? Is it going to be out here? No. In here, there's somewhere, and then you work your lats against it as a break on the tricep.
Yeah.
Play with that thing, and then add load, and then flip over before too long, and you can hold a planche on the floor. You'll even have the balance sense.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm gonna start doing that with the boys. And I guess you do have to explain that part about the tricep and the lat, because someone who doesn't have that awareness isn't going to try to engage those and use those as a brace.
Yeah, it's there. This tricep is catching the lat.
Yeah, I get that. That was important to hear that part.
After coaching gymnastics, coaching almost everything is kind of easy. I mean, you have something to offer. You know something about center of balance and movement and rotation, and a lot of it brings a lot.